The Void by Bethan Deer. She stood in the familiar of the unknown, listening to her breath rise and fall. Her mind was racing, full of too many thoughts. It was hard to say where it had begun. Her circles have no end and no beginning, they just are. You could say it started with the epidemic, the outbreak of the virus, COVID-19. You could say it began with the Industrial Revolution and the birth of capitalism. And you could say it was the birth of the Neolithic era, farming, notions of owning the land and thousands of years of patriarchal culture. And she didn't really care anymore. Humans had abandoned living in rhythm with nature's cycles long ago. She knew now that living in the present, breath by breath, is all there truly is. She'd been here before, many, many times. She knew the lay of the land, or rather, she understood the lack of it. Her intuition had been honed to perfection. It functioned with razor-like precision. Yet, whenever she came here to visit the void, her stomach would empty itself. In these moments, it was always the same. Her usually reliable intuition would suddenly disappear. She imagined it literally leaving, darting for the nearest available door. It left her reeling. And somehow, despite the dread it stirred within her, she could not stay away from this place. It drew her back, time and time again. Her feet felt as if they had become rooted deep into the ground, and she forced herself to lift them and took a step forwards. This is all that is left of what came before. This is it. She thought the same thought every time she visited this place. This is all that remains of civilization. A vast cavern of space, an unquantifiable amount of emptiness. A hollowed out hole in the ground with one small precarious ledge, and below that, a whole lot of nothing, endless, pitch black, unknown. She was truly alone. She looked around her, taking in the enormity of the landscape. Wild, untamed, free. She breathed in deeply and let her voice soar. Hello! She bellowed down into the cave.
Is there anybody there? Is there anybody there?
She waited and listened to the echo of her voice, reverberating off the sides of the vast canyon below. She laughed. Loudly and abruptly from her belly, sound bursting from her. She knew she was alone. Completely and utterly alone.
Tithing ating manda Atilin metoma Andato detto shinino Detto scendi noi dai di mai tanna detto scendi
Her feet took a step forwards, an inch or two closer to the edge of the ledge. She didn't think, she just moved, feet first, body before mind. Then she took another, 1 foot, and then the next. It was always the same. She would get as close as she could, and then stop. Close her eyes. imagine, and feel. What would it be like to let go and jump? How would it feel to go back, take a run up and dive down, head and arms first like a swimmer? What would it feel like to free fall down into the nothingness below, to feel the fastness of the air rushing past her skin? She found it electrifying, terrifying and delicious in the most insatiable way. She wanted more of this feeling, always more. It had become a sort of ritual for her to come here, stand and imagine. She needed it, a constant reminder of the precariousness of her situation. Did she want to know what it would feel like enough to do it? To really let go? Maybe, but not today. Today, she would keep going.
Diving mati manda.
There was nobody down below. There was nobody anywhere. Not anymore. There was only her and her wild imagination. It was this that had made her laugh, fear and excitement all mixed together. She scanned the expanse of the void and looked up at the expanse of the sky. The dawn was just beginning to break, and light was slowly starting to seep into the day. She took a step back, away from the edge of the ledge. Her mind wandered elsewhere, and she stumbled across a memory. Somewhere, sometime in her past, she'd read a study. The study had said that there are two kinds of people, psychologically speaking. People who will stand at the edge of great heights, a mountain ridge, the top of a skyscraper, a canyon bridge, and have an unexplainable, utterly irrational desire or impulse to jump. And people who will want to retreat from the edge, to stand further back, at a safer distance, who will never wish to experience what it would feel like to let go and free fall down into whatever lies below. Apparently, this distinguishes the people who were born to lead from those born to follow. The artists, scientists, philosophers, writers and poets are those who want to jump. People who are not afraid of the inevitability of death. And the people who wish to step back, to be passive and hide, they make up the rest of the population. She took another step back from the ledge, consciously jolting herself into a new space. She never spent long dwelling on the past. She had learnt the damage it could do. In the beginning, after everything began to collapse, all anyone could do was think about the future. How they could save it, protect it, and make endless plans to change it.
Fools! All of you! All of you! If you knew what I know now! What I know now!
But they could not know, because they hadn't survived. They had all left her. They'd all died. All except her. She couldn't know for certain. There was no way to know for certain. And yet sometimes, deep down inside of her, she feared that she did know. She brought her wandering mind sharply back to the present, forcing herself away from feeling scared. Refueling her courage, she shouted into the silent world.
I can do anything! I will do anything to survive! Anything to survive! There is no limit! There is no limit! There is nothing I will not do!
There might have been a time in her past life where this knowledge would have scared her. Not anymore. She stepped back again, slowly, cautiously, until she was completely off the ledge. Today was not the day to dive. She would keep going. She wanted to. As she walked back, her back now turned to the void, she began to feel differently again. The feeling in her stomach lightened, the nausea subsided, the emptiness slowly fading away. Her intuition sneaked back in. She imagined it, creeping in through the door, trying not to be seen. Nice to have you back. She smiled to herself, a warm, smug feeling settling in. Oh, not anything. This time the voice came from inside her. There are some things even you would not do in order to survive. She mused on this a while, twisting her hair as she walked, a bounce in her step. She liked it as an idea. She liked the knowing of it. She liked her truth. Yes, you're right. There are some things that even I would not do in order to survive. Her mood had lifted dramatically. The void was many meters behind her by now. The landscape in front of her stretched out far and wide. The horizon seemed endless and expansive. Moorland, pine forests in the distance, the peaked tops of mountains. And almost invisible, at the edge, as far as she could see, the ocean. She was heading there. Who knew how long it would take her? Perhaps when she got there, she would discover she was not alone. Hope. Hope carried her, it urged her on. Time and time again she returned to it. There is always hope, even in the darkest darkness. There is always light to be found. Directed by Bethan Dia. Narration and music by Gwilym Morris Baird. Recorded and mixed by Gwilym Morris Baird with assistance by Mike West. Mastered at Havod Mastering. Produced by Adverse Camber. Supported by Arts Council Wales.